Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes.
You like it?
And to swallow it down. Oh my God.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and a girl.
Here he goes.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Holler. It is the podcast that shouts you out on the internet. My name is JD Short. You can hit me up on pretty much all social media everywhere at JDSHORT. That's my name. Don't wear it out. And to my current left, I don't know, right, whatever, is my good buddy Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
What is up, everyone? Wherever you came from this evening, we're so happy to have you here on Holler, the podcast that shouts you out just for playing along. I do have a special announcement this evening. We are now officially Holler, powered by Camo CBD. We're going to tell you all about it as we kick this show off. We've got a great guest this evening. She's got a cool little vintage clothing booth to tell you about. But for right now, I am Brian, your co-host. I want you guys to all find me on Twitter in the Twitterverse at Holler@Brian. It's just like it sounds. Joined by us always, it's our co-host, Gracie. What's up?
Hi, I'm here. I'm getting married in 92 days.
The countdown.
The countdown is now official. Anyway, find me on Twitter with not mom tweets. I don't do mom tweets on Twitter. You get mom snaps, but no mom tweets on Twitter at Holler at Gracie.
Holler at Gracie is how you hook up with her. We are now joined this week by our special guest. It's Lee Canup. She runs a. Hey, what's up, Lee? How you doing?
Hi.
Welcome to the show. We're going to have fun with you on the internet. We're going to answer some fun questions and talk about silly stuff and maybe even play a game later. I don't know. We'll see. But we're definitely going to drink some stuff with you. Lee owns a brand new vintage revival boutique. It's called The Local, and it's based here in the beautiful, wild, and wonderful Huntington, West Virginia, which is also where we record this podcast. It's on 14th Street West in the old Central City. It's going to be so cool. We're going to talk to her about her plans for the future and opening a new store during all this craziness that is the world today. Her plans for that, what she's planning on doing in the future. We're going to talk about all that good stuff. You can hit her up on her Instagram for that page. It is thelocal_WV. That is THELOCAL_WV. That's the current point of contact right now. We got more info coming at you later about that. But without further ado, we need to do a toast because that's what this is all about. And you know what? This particular toast, again, is powered by Camo CBD. This current one that I'm holding up right here is called Revive. This is the stuff that you take when you need energy up in your place, up in your business, and you need it to get there. That's what this is for. They also have a berry version that is actually for chillness. So this is a mango orange flavor, CBD Revive. This is one of the first products that Camo's come out with. They're coming out with plenty more. It's going to be amazing. We can't wait to tell you more about them. We're going to tell you about them all throughout the show, but we're not going to fucking hit you over the head with it. I'm going to chug this thing. Gracie.
Absolutely.
All right. Grab your drink. This toast is for anyone I hurt this year. I just want to say you deserve it. Fuck you.
Cheers, y'all. Camo in place. New beer alert.
follow the guidelines.
Follow the guidelines, ladies and gentlemen, and purchase Camo CBD. It's good for your mind, your body, your soul, everything. It's going to make you have a good time with your life.
Guys, this little CBD shot that we just took has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. All you energy seekers, this is a couple really nice fancy cups of coffee in one little shot. It tastes delicious. Camo CBD, go check them out. Check out their Instagram. They're going to tell you everywhere they are locally in the Tri-State area, but they're also in areas like Jacksonville, Florida, Boston, and moving forward at lightning speed. So get that link down at the bottom. Instagram at Camo CBD. Recommend. Jay is
internet signals. So thank you so much to Camo for jumping on this show and being with us, and we're so excited to move forward with you. But I'm more excited about talking with Lee Canup, the owner of the local Vintage Revival Boutique. Lee, what the heck is up?
Hi. I'm not good at the live thing, so just pardon any awkwardness. I think any of the people that follow me are probably accustomed to this at this point in time. It's really great to be on with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. We're really, really pumped to talk with you about. So when you say Vintage Revival Boutique, I mean, it really is. That's a great way of putting it. You literally are. You're not necessarily an antique store. What are you? What are you, a Vintage Revival Boutique? What are you vintagely reviving? You know.
So we are more clothing based. So clothing, accessories. We do have a few home goods. That's kind of a newer area in the actual shop front, but it is mainly aimed at clothing. I am very big in 70s, 80s, 90s clothing. I like those decades. I think they're really fun. I think we're experimental with colors. So we're trying to incorporate bringing those decades back into a place where you can actually shop and find them. I mean, historically, you can go to like Goodwill and search racks and racks and racks and racks and racks and find kind of like cruddy stuff everywhere. So we're just giving it more on a like a curated level, I guess.
Okay, that's wonderful. So you're essentially you're the better thrift. You know what I mean?
You're the better thrift.
You're the better thrift. So that's fantastic. So the local specializes in home goods, clothing, and accessories. Again, like she just said, clothing is their main deal, but home goods is coming up right now. As a matter of fact, you have a Facebook page that's almost dedicated to, would you say interior design? Is that what it is?
Yep. So it actually, all of this started through the interiors group. In, I guess it would have been April, we started dealing some interior design stuff, just flipping it through Facebook Marketplace. In June, we created the Facebook group, and basically I just used it as a platform to put vintage items that I had either, found in estate sales or had back in Georgia, where I'm from, and putting it on there 24 hours in advance to putting on Marketplace. So that's more of like, if you're looking actually for, and it could be furniture to dishes. It's been the gamut. It's been a lot of furniture in the early days.
Yeah, right.
Here's my question for you. At any point, will you have vintage clothing for men? And I have a follow-up to this, because I myself, I love vintage shirts. So let's just say, if you do have the clothing for men, maybe shop for soft tees that other guys like to wear, like some old rock tees from like rock tours. That's the kind of vintage I'm looking for. I'm just trying to give you a target market, Lee. That's it. Just saying.
So I've actually got this feedback a lot. Their Marshall stuff is coming out in September. I have a lot of guys stuff for it.
All right.
I have been looking for guys pieces. They have been accumulating very slowly. So other than Marshall, I think it's still going to be closer to Christmas time before I start unveiling it.
Can I tell you why I think that happens that way? My opinion on why it is? It's because when guys get a dope-ass T-shirt, they don't want to fucking get rid of it. They fucking love that shit, and they'll wear it until it falls into rags. They use it to clean your car. You know, like, that's what dudes do.
We'll just pass it down. It just never dies. We just keep passing it down.
We give it to our sons, and our sons are like, "I don't want to wear this, Dad. You're weird." And then our sons are like, "Actually, no. Actually, this is kind of dope. Dad was kind of
the last bit of it. The dog's chewing on it. It's just a dog bandana. Everyone wins. At the end of the whole family gets it.
I'm so pumped to check out the store now. Now, have you officially opened yet? Are you doing soft open? Like, what's your plan? Your rollout plan?
So we've been open a month now. Well, I guess we've been open 3 weeks now. So those 3 weeks have been really awesome. I've had a lot of great feedback from the people that are shopping the boutique. I've moved a lot of clothing, so that means people are wearing it, I guess. So it's been good so far.
Good. I was going to say, and speaking specifically of that, you're rolling out a brand new business during what people would probably consider to be the most volatile time in our lifetimes of doing something so, if you could say risky, I don't know if risky is the word for it, but you're starting a business during COVID-19. How has that like affected how you roll things out?
Question.
I think that's a really great question. This actually started prior to being in Huntington. I had a vintage clothing shop in Georgia. And when I moved to Huntington, I needed to focus on my job, and I needed to make friends, and I needed to figure out where I was going on my GPS. Like, I just didn't have the capacity to do vintage clothing again. So it started with a lot of my existing inventory that I had just packed away. Now, I will say there is a whole arching nervousness to doing it during COVID. I mean, people's expendable income is a little more scarce. I think it's worked out with the concept that it is still cheaper than new, and it's significantly cheaper than new, and it's also more sustainable. And I hope to see more shoppers in the market kind of shift towards that.
Cool. Well, I think it's going to. I think, to be honest, you're ahead of a curve. I think thrift has become a huge thing. Candace says, "Oh, look at the kitty cat."
The kitty's gonna get some shout outs, Lee.
Oh, look at the kitty. Lee, that's so cool. We're so pumped. If you've got some items maybe with you that you kind of want to show off on the screen or something, that would be kind of dope. My shirtless roommate is walking through the building right now. If you want to show those off on the screen, that would be really cool. If not, that's all right.
I don't have anything there. I can talk about the August thing if you want me to talk about it.
Yes, yeah, go ahead and shout that out, and then we're going to shoot on to some other stuff.
Okay. So I mentioned this to anybody who's following the local that I had some kind of exciting news. Basically, I just want to give some money away. For all of us behind the local, because it's not just me. I've got 2 roommates. They really do so much work that I cannot even express the gratitude. One of my roommates is an amazing camera camera girl. My other one is a hot model. So there's been a lot of patience and a lot of fun, but also work behind the scenes. And we had a lot of discussion about wanting. Community is very important to me. Giving is very important to me. And I think anyone that follows the local knows that at this point in time. However, we wanted to give a community give back. And instead of just saying, hey, we at the local want to give to this XYZ nonprofit, we really want to give voice back to our consumers. So every purchase, whoever makes a purchase for the entire month of August gets to cast a vote for where the net proceeds of the shop go to at the end of the month. So if you shop in the store and you submit that you want the net proceeds to go to Little Victories, there's going to be a poll at the end of the month at random, but the proceeds could end up going to the nonprofit of your choosing.
So you've gamified a giveaway, a charity giveaway, using the proceeds you make in the entire month of August. Let me get this correct. Every purchase in August is going to give you a vote on where you think the net proceeds should go as far as nonprofit organizations concerned.
Yep. we're hopeful to pick 3 organizations. That's what we're hoping for.
That is amazing. It is so cool to see a community, someone in the community giving to the community receives and then gives back. It is a symbiotic relationship. It's so cool. I'm so pumped. I can't wait to buy stuff in August at your state.
If we can say one good thing about the future in 2020, it is that this type of thing is happening more and more. This type of thing never happened 20 years ago. You never saw so many businesses giving so much. Lee is also a part. I'm going to throw this out there, Lee. You didn't see this one coming. Lee is also a part of Huntington's Kickball League, which is another organization that's a nonprofit that does give back to the community. So Lee is just giving and giving and giving all day long. Lee, how long have you played kickball, by the way, in the Kickball League?
Oh no, this is my 3rd season.
And you love it, right? I mean, you keep coming back for more, so you love it.
It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah. So what we're translating that to is our games are on Sunday in the summer. We are lucky enough to be playing kickball right now. We're all outside getting fresh air, and it feels fantastic. Lee, I love seeing your face on the kickball field and the podcast. I will see you Sunday. As a matter of fact, our teams play each other.
Yeah.
That's right. We play this Sunday.
Shit. I'm coming out there with bells on. I might wear a bikini top. I don't know. We'll see.
Lee, I'm coming out here for you because we all know Brian.
Everybody should come out for that. Everybody listening, come out on
team. They're just the worst.
Nobody said that.
Brian is the worst. Yes, Brian is absolutely the worst.
So, hey, come out to Old Olympic Full Field in Huntington, West Virginia on Sunday afternoon. Our game's at 2 p.m. If you want to see my team versus Lee's team, go at it. In the meantime, please visit her booth's Instagram. And that's at @thelocal_WV. We got the link scrolling across the bottom right now. But if you're listening on Spotify, it's Instagram at @thelocal_WV. JD, you ready to scoot boots after this?
Yes, sir. Let's kick it.
All right, man.
Link up at officialholler.com.
He said link up at officialholler.com, and that's what you can do. You also can check out thelocalvintagerevival.com. Holler actually just did a little favor for Lee live on this show and went ahead and parked that domain for her. It will be available in a few days. If you are listening now on Spotify or Apple Music or something, more than likely it's available now. If you're watching now on live on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, it might not be available yet. But if it's not, just go to thelocal_WV. So I do have another little sponsor to talk about up in this piece. You know what I'm saying? He's right there. He's called Camo CBD. I would like to.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Camo CBD? He's just like
little wave emojis.
He's like, hi. Brian, will you do me a favor? There's there it is. Jody. She says, hey guys, if you use the code Jody, you will get free shipping on all your Camo CBD orders. That's amazing. So if you check that out, that's the way to go. Basically, you want to go to camocbd.com. You want to click on the shop button. You want to type in the phrase Jody, Jodi, on your checkout and purchase tinctures, energy shots, chill shots. We're not talking melatonin. We're talking valerian root. We're talking the stuff that's naturally designed to make you either perk up your energy or bring it down a bit. There is a Camo CBD product for everything you need. So go to camocbd.com, buy some stuff from them. You will get free shipping if you type that. That's free money. That's free money. I hope you know that. We have to pay for shipping. I mean, I know not everybody's Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? Mark Wahlberg probably has Amazon Prime. Go to camocbd.com, do all that stuff. Camo CBD powers Holler. You feel me? And speaking of, we're also powered by you people out there. And that's what we're going to do right now. Andy, by the way, says, no one cares about kickball, Brian. Jesus Christ, dude. Jeez.
Andy, wherever you are, man,
I'll drink to that.
I hope you're doing well.
Wherever you are, you son of a bitch.
Take a chance on the
internet. We have 2 great poll questions for the audience out there. If you're in the live stream, come say hi. We'll shout you out on here. Brian, you want to go first? You want me to go first? How you feel?
How about you go first this round, man? Have at it.
Cool, because my question actually lines directly up with Lee and her fantastic booth. It's not even a booth; it's a boutique. It's a real deal storefront. Go check it out on 14th Street West in Old Central City in beautiful, wild, and wonderful Huntington, West Virginia. I have asked everyone out there in Holler Nation, what was your favorite antique or family heirloom that either was passed down to you or maybe you've given to someone else? It's your question. It's your answer. I want to hear from all y'all. And we're going to go around the table first. Then we're going to talk to people out there on the internet. What was your favorite antique when you were growing up or even now? Your favorite family heirloom? Let's talk about it. What do you think? What do you think?
Okay, so my grandma stuffed her cat, and it's like in my living room. And it's just, I was kidding.
I was like, wait a second, please be real. Please be a real story. And that's our soundbite for this week. Thank you, Lee. You can now exit stage right. That was fantastic.
No,
I'm trying to focus on the stuff that's going on in the
Gracie
chat,
dropped her phone.
and all I heard was my grandma stuffed her cat, and it's in my living room.
Okay,
and
so
Lee said she wasn't good at this.
My ears right now.
You have a taxidermized cat in your living room. You know, not too long ago, we actually did have a taxidermist on our show.
Yeah, shout out Rachel. What's up?
Shout out to.
I love you. I fucking love you, Rachel.
Shout out to Rachel. You're gonna hear from her, by the way, a little bit later because she sent me an answer too. I think to this poll. If she hasn't sent me one, then she fucking better, especially if she's tuned in right now. She's fantastic. We can't wait to have her back on the show. Lee, tell us about this fucking stuffed cat.
Totally fictitious.
Well, it was a lie the whole time.
God, you fibber.
My favorite, I have a 1958. I think I placed it at 58. Watch of my grandfather's that I actually took it down to Rush Lines. They completely, I'm going to give a shout out to another business, Huntington business.
Yeah,
Rush Lines completely refigured it for me, put a different band on it, cleaned up the face. It was my grandfather who I never met. And then it passed down to my dad, and then he passed it down to me. I would say that a lot of the accessory pieces that I style are family or definitely all vintage. And so that would be my most important one.
I mean, honestly, you could have answered the question with my fucking shop. My entire shop and all of the stuff is my favorite because that's probably the kind of person you are, and I think that's wonderful. Can I go next? You guys mind if I hit it?
Go for it.
So recently I went and shopped at the John Short Pro Shop for some golf clubs, which is basically just going to my dad's golf closet and just saying, hey, dude, I need some clubs because I'm going to be playing soon. And I don't have everything. I just have some. And he actually showed me my grandfather's OG all gold golf putter. And he said, you can't really have this right now. He said, but you can, it's going to end up being yours one day anyway. And I was like, well, I'm not taking it out golfing. But he puts a little sheath on it. And when he pulls it out, it's the OG. We're talking when golf was fucking invented, they used a wooden stick with a piece of rock at the end of it. That's basically what this was.
But an expensive rock at the end of yours.
Very expensive rock. I think it's 14 karat gold. It might be even more. I don't even fucking know. Everybody don't, quote me on that stuff. But he showed me that. I got to play it with it. I think it was wonderful because it was a way for my grandfather and my father to connect. And because of that and through that, channeling my energy from my grandfather, me and my dad are going to go play golf on Monday. And we haven't played golf in years.
That's a cool story, man.
That's exciting.
And I'm so pumped. Me and my dad have been hanging out a lot recently just because I've been wanting to spend more time with him and he's wanting to spend more time with me. And we went fishing the other day. I had to teach him how to fish because he's never gone fishing. I taught my own father how to fish. And we're learning on our own together. But it's really, really cool. I'm super pumped to use that club while we're out there on that course.
JD, I'm going to lead the way with Internet World. We are requesting a photo of you holding the golden putter, and the more fabulous the photo could get, the better. Maybe you're shirtless. Maybe you're in a tank. Oh, you're going to bring it to the show. Fair enough. While JD goes and finds the golden putter, Gracie, what's your favorite heirloom?
Well, I guess, I don't know. My Nana has like all kinds of stuff in this big, huge, oh God, I can't even think of what it's called right now. This big, huge china cabinet almost. Like she has all of her stuff. But my grandfather collects coins and paper money. So he has a huge collection of coins and paper money from like forever years old in all these different countries. And that is just, I always love that. I always think that's my favorite thing because I just think it's really cool.
Grandpas love that stuff, and it is really cool. And I'm glad they all saved it. Smart.
I'm
JD,
loving.
the golden putter. Look, we shall see it. Unsheath thy putter.
Okay.
Disturbing.
We're all gonna get blinded, and the podcast is gonna like restart itself.
No, you didn't have to take off your shirt now.
No, he did. This is fantastic.
Oh, our viewers went
Real
down.
weird on Holler, the podcast that shouts you out. There we go. That's the screenshot I want from this show. That right there. I mean, we've shirtless JD with a golden putter. We've got Lee with stuffed cats. What more could you ask for out of this show? Things are fantastic. Holy shit. How am I supposed to even talk about my family heirloom after JD going
should
shirtless?
the shirt stay off? That's my first question.
I think we might get reported, so maybe not.
I mean, I don't know what y'all have a problem with, but I'll tell you what. I like playing golf.
Look, Candace said nipples out, so I guess you're okay, JD.
She really did say nipples out, but at the end of the day, I think the longer you leave that shirt off, the more chance some guy's going to come by and be like, reported.
Yeah.
And I'd like to stay live.
We're going to get zucked.
I don't want to say, hey, shout out exactly where your booth is again in Central City. Somebody would like to know.
Yeah, so it's at 610 14th Street West. So it is inside the Village Renew Antique Building. Like if you walk in the door, like I have a window space, but it's not in the door that you initially walk into. You have to like walk in and then cut up right.
Okay.
And then it's like the windows.
I think they can find it. Those are great directions. I think they can find it.
I think we'll figure it out as we go.
We're all lost.
If we will send a Google Maps location.
Probably the address was good enough, but we will in fact cut a right once we make it into the building.
just follow, people, all you got to do, if you just do it right, all you really have to do is do what Governor Justice said and
can follow the guidelines.
And she's going to have signs that'll show you where to go in. Really just look for the cool stuff. Wherever the cool stuff is, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Fad's there too, and Fad's pretty cool. So,
JD, I'm very excited for my answer for this. I didn't know that I would even be excited about your question, but this just came to me only because you asked it. I would have had no idea I was going to talk about this ever till you asked it, and I was like, ooh, I know where this is at. I'm going to go find it. I'm also going to show mine off right here. I've got it beside me. You ready?
Yeah.
This right here is a laminated copy of my great-grandma's peanut butter cookie recipe. She's the only person in the world that makes peanut butter cookies this way, and we thought when she passed away that she took the recipe with her because her big thing was she would always make us, she would take a coffee can, an empty coffee can, and she would fill it full of peanut butter cookies. She would come knock on your door and then just leave. When you'd open the door, there'd be a can of peanut butter cookies. I thought it was the coolest thing when I was a kid. So when great-grandma, she would just walk around the neighborhood and she just deliver peanut butter cookies. That was her thing. She gave it to people that she loved, her friends, her family. We thought when she passed away, we were never going to taste those peanut butter cookies again because nobody knew her recipe. The joke in the family was she took this to the grave with her. But my good friend LaCandace, who is a family friend who lived right across the street from her grandma dug up my great-grandma's handwritten peanut butter cookie recipe. I had that thing copied and laminated and framed for the family one Christmas, and I gave it out to all the different family members. So the original piece of paper that she wrote it on is in my safe. It's locked up, but everything is laminated. So yeah.
Dude, I'm loving it. What I really appreciate about everybody's answer here, and Gracie, you're next, by the way. I can't wait to hear yours.
You missed it.
Did I miss it? Because I was outside of the. What happened? What would you say it was?
My grandfather, my papa, collects coins and paper money.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, I mean, he has done that since I can remember as a kid, and he's got them from all the different mints and all these different years and all these different countries, and it's just really
What we've
cool.
all established here, and what we know to be true, is West Virginia. In West Virginia, family is important, and it's not sister fucking cousin fucking shit. It's family is important because roomie love. There you go. That's family too. That's family too, right there. Megan says, "Roomie love. How you doing?" It's very important to create a family structure, and if maybe you don't have parents or maybe you don't have grandparents, but you know what? Friends are the family you choose, and the people around you that you surround yourself with are the people that you should care about. And right now in COVID-19 times, it's important for family, whether you have it or not. If you feel like you don't have family, you do. They're the people that you call your friends. And if you're ever worried about anything, that's what they're there for. So family is important. History is important. Learn from it. Don't let it repeat itself. Don't let it echo itself. Learn from it. I'm standing on my soapbox. I gotta get the fuck off this thing.
Cue the saxophone.
Cue the sax, and then all the other stuff.
Cue Holler Nation, JD. What's up? What do they have to say?
I am definitely pulling that up. Holler Nation in the place to be. What I asked, I got some really, really cool answers, and to be honest, they're very similar to the ones that we've been talking about. My buddy Adam, the bassist for The Compromise, a wonderful band from Nashville, Tennessee. Look him up. He says, this little guy, and he shows a little picture. I can't really pull it up on here. Maybe I could. I'll try to pull it up. But he says it's a family heirloom from his grandparents' house. He is also very, very close to his family. I'm pulling it up right now. I'll show you. It's a really fun little, it looks like a panther or something. Let me see.
Maggie, we will be your family. I will be your father. That's the answer to that.
Please sing George Michael right now.
Here is, it looks like a doggy. It's like a little doggy. See it?
Yeah, what is that little guy?
It looks like a, it's like it looks like it's a hunter, like one of those hunting dogs.
Okay.
A pointer.
Like a bloodhound or something. Really cool. I think it's probably all pewter silver. Super sweet. Thanks, Adam, for showing us that. Corey, aka Leukopenia. He says, my dad is big into old style radios, like the tall wooden ones that are super duper heavy. I guess those are going to end up being mine one day. As for me, I'm really proud of my trophies when I played Pee Wee basketball. No participation. Just winners, motherfuckers. Just winners.
Just dingers.
Just dingers. I've got a couple more here from Facebook. This one's from Matt Furr. He was a guitarist for a band called We're the Finale. They were fucking fantastic, too. They're from Nashville, Tennessee as well. You should check them out. He says, I've got my great-grandmother's Kodak Brownie from 1952. It was 602.
Ooh,
She
cool.
said, it's a pretty cool little camera, and I'm sure it still works. I'm sure it still fucking works. Greta, by the way, says, hey, cuz, love your horns and glasses. I guess, Brian, that's your...
Speaking of family, what's up?
What's up, cousin? I got one more here.
If that gentleman ever needs some interior design tips on what to do with that camera, I got you. I have a plethora of vintage camera design ideas.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy, he's a good friend of mine, and he's a great photographer as well. So he's always been into photo stuff. And there's a really cool picture of me and him, actually, and a bunch of our friends from the band We Are the Finale, which I was also in. I get it. And one of the best band photos I ever took. It almost looked like art. I mean, it was a crazy, crazy photo shoot we had. And I'll share it on Holler. We'll show you guys what it looked like later on. I've got one more answer here, and then we'll scoot on to Brian's stuff. This one's from Brittany. She also plays kickball with us. She's super cool. She was MVP of her last game, by the way. She's only played 4 games in her entire career, and she's already MVP. Just want to let you know that. Kick ass. That's super cool. Making plays and moves. Brittany says, this is only my favorite because it's absolutely wild, and I'm still confused by it. But in my grandfather's things, I found a bunch of slides. On the slides were what I can only describe as images from American Horror Story Asylum. It there were pictures of children and adults with deformities, mostly naked. Oh, weird. Written at the bottom was the patient age and disability. Here are some of the less disturbing photos. I'm just going to show you
what's going on right here.
She says, I say that this is less disturbing because I have no clue where these kids were or what happened to them. I assume it was a facility my grandfather either studied or worked at in the 40s. So this is a photograph of these children, special needs children. Tough to see. But they're just lined up, chilling. They don't look too happy. It seems like probably during wartime, something like that. Children with special needs still existed then, and they still needed as much help as they do today. It probably back then probably even needed more. But that's really wild, Brittany. That's something special. You should talk to your fam and see like where those came from, what that was about. Because I would assume if your dad or grandfather or great grandfather worked in the medical field, maybe that's what it was, and maybe they were trying to figure out. Maybe your grandfather or great grandfather, I can't remember what you said, changed the world and found something that maybe is helping kids nowadays get through and get a better life. So that's super cool.
That's utterly fascinating. Like if I was going through a shop and I saw those, I would be so thrilled by them. That is so cool.
See, Lee's brain is going with this question just like you wanted, JD, and that's actually true. I mean, like really different photos like that. She's not wrong.
Oh my gosh.
It's a beautiful thing.
That should be in a museum. That's so cool.
I think Brittany, you should maybe take those photos over to the local on 14th Street West and have Lee take a look at them, and maybe you two could figure out something about your genealogy or your ancestry that could have literally, I'm not kidding, changed the fucking world. It's possible. It's possible. You don't know until you find out.
Can follow the guidelines.
All right, Brian.
All right, guys. So I had a very interesting question for you tonight. I want to give you the chance to win $5 million instantly, but there's a 50-50 chance that you could die. That's how the question's worded. So would you take a chance at winning $5 million or death 50-50? Why or why not?
Fuck. Okay, so we're going to have a thought fun process experiment thingy right now. There's a box in front of you with a button on it. If you hit that button, there's a 50% chance that you get $5 million immediately deposited in your bank account and or cash under your mattress or whatever. And the other 50% chance is you instantly die.
You instantly die. That's right.
So you don't die and it doesn't hurt. I don't know. There's so many stipulations.
So you're already diving the right direction. You're going the direction that I was probably going to take it myself. I'm interested to see how many people really dive into you didn't tell me how you're going to die, because it's like, if you die, you're right. If you die instantly, maybe not so bad. If you die a very slow, painful death, maybe that's pretty
short
bad.
answer. My JD short answer is no. I would not. I would choose not to hit that button. I would say, if I need to make $5 million, I'm going to have to figure out a way to make $5 million because I like my life too much. I love my life. I love my friends. I love my family. I love my job, especially when I have a good one. And I love to create things and be a part of this weird, fucked up ass world. I want to stay living, man. I want to keep living.
Ethan's in, he says yes. And just to be clear, guys, that's a great answer, JD. And thank you for that answer. But, if you do hit the button, it doesn't mean that you don't love your family. You could still love your family and friends. Maybe you're just really fucking poor. Maybe you've been through some shit. And you're willing to take a 50% chance of your head exploding. I don't know. So,
dude, wow. This is such a cool thought experiment. Shit, I'm loving it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my answer is very similar. I just think at the end of the day, too much to lose, too much to risk. I can't take a 50-50 shot at dying. And like I said, I also didn't explain how you're going to die. So like, if it's some kind of fuck it, it doesn't matter how I'm going to die. Actually, I'm just not hitting the button. That's my answer. On to the next person. Lee, what do you think?
Okay, so day job, I'm a money person. So I found this question to be very interesting because immediately my mind went to, okay, so like 50-50 shot, you win the lottery, you die. And then I'm like, what's the likelihood? I feel like a lot of people die after winning the lottery. Like a lot of them do. Like there's like such a huge death rate post lottery winning. And I'm like, so it's 50-50, you win the lottery or die. And then it's like 70-30. You die or
Oh, shit. No, you're actually breaking it down, and now you're using like a quadratic equation.
And if you wait long enough, then it's just 100% chance of die. So there's always that as well.
Over a long enough timeline, the chance of death increases to 100.0%. You know what I mean?
Survival rate for everyone drops to 0 with a long
I'm
enough
gonna pump the
timeline.
brakes on that one and just say no.
Okay.
Well, you know, I never thought of it quantifiably that way. Thank you so much for that. Greta says,
Greta out there, yeah, she says push the button and hopefully you have fast reflexes. Laugh out loud.
"Whoa, I'm out."
Thought you were going to kill me.
That's fucking funny.
Ethan.
Yeah,
What?
Ethan said that's messed up, dude. That's all right.
What?
Yeah,
Ethan
we'll
says,
just throw it
Come
up there.
on, man.
it says,
Either
"Look
way,
me in the face."
Gracie, on to you. What's up?
Nah, I'm all right. I don't need 5 million. I also don't need to die, so I'll be fine.
Yeah. So this
Don't
is
need 5 million. What do you need then, Gracie?
in this. Yeah.
To take care of my dogs. Who's gonna take care of my dogs if I die, Brian?
Your daughter.
Who's gonna take care of my dogs when my daughter has a dad? He likes the dogs a little bit.
God damn.
I always am like, who's gonna take care of my dogs? I always have to say, Nathan, if something happens to me, are you gonna take care of the dogs? Will you keep all 3 of them? I do. I have to ask these questions. He said, well, I'll probably keep Freya. What
What'd
about
you
my
say?
other 2 dogs?
What'd you say, Lee? I'm sorry.
I've seen a couple pet trusts. They're a real thing. They exist. They're very interesting.
What the hell is that shit?
Right. What?
Oh. No, Maury will be taken care of. I'm just worried about my dogs.
Anyway,
no, not worth it.
All right. So we went around the table and said no. Let's see what Holler Nation has to say. Bob.
Yeah, let's go with Holler Nation right here. We're gonna kick this thing off with Adam. This is Adam Hall, Hall Music, Adam Hall Music on Facebook. Here we go. Adam, what's up?
You best believe that I'm taking that shot. Why? Because I just watched The Last Dance. I finished it today, and I'm hyped on basketball. NBA just started. I'll make anything. You put me on court, I'm draining that shit.
Adam is pumped. He's watched too much of The Last Dance. He's ready to take the shot. He is Michael Jordan right now. He's doing it.
You do miss 50% of the shots you don't take, Michael Scott.
Next snap comes from Andrew. This is Andrew Hutchins. What's up?
5 million or death? Nah. 50-50, fuck it. I'm worth more than that. Yeah.
So what I'm getting from Holler Nation is if I would have upped the price, maybe doubled it, then we've got an interesting question. But I get in 2020, 5 million isn't even interesting enough. Think about that, dude. It's not enough.
Weird. That's crazy. I mean, being a millionaire rather than a thousandaire is what people want, right? They do. They say that the hardest million is your first to make, but then the second million gets easier. Crazy how wealth is built in this weird.
And in our case, we could say this was a tough 5 million I just made. Almost killed me. Anyways, moving on. Next, thank you for the one laugh I got. The next one comes from.
Wait, hang on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. The next one comes from AJ. What's up?
So I would not do it because I have 3 kids and that's too much to live for. Like I wouldn't risk it. I know $5 million is a lot, but it's just not worth it to me. What do you think, Brandon?
I think we need to. Okay, if I had a chance between $5 million and death, I would probably not go for it because my goal in life is to become a successful entrepreneur, real estate investor. I have a daughter. I could not take that chance for her not to have a father. I want to build my empire and show her how I've done it along the way so she can live a successful life. So no, I would not do that.
I was almost waiting for a punchline at some point, but no, that was straight up interview. AJ passed it over to her friend Brandon. Brandon took it from there, and he was like, "We're in an interview. This is what's up. Empire with daughter." Hey, we've got an interesting one out here again from Greta. Look at this. She says, "Read that, JD." There you go.
All right. She says, "Here's the thing." Greta, by the way, says, "Here's the thing, though. If you do die, then does your family get the $5 million?" I think that was not in the stipulation. I think the whole point was that it's up to you. It's up to you. You either get the $5 million or you get $0 million plus death.
And so, Greta, how would you know? How would you know if they got it or not? Even if I told you they would, you'd be dead. You wouldn't know.
You're looking up and down at it and figuring it out. I guess I don't know.
Sorry, that's just how the game's played. I don't know. That's the game. Anyways, next answer here comes from Pluto. This is Amy. She says yes, I will do it because either way, it's a win, dude. Fuck this. I hate life and I love money. Let's go.
I hate life and I love money.
Pluto going.
If you have more money, some of the time, especially if you know how to use it, you can have more life.
Pluto going hard in the paint.
Some people have more money, but they ain't got a goddamn life. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people that exist in this fucking world.
Grab them by the pussy.
That have plenty of money, but not a good fucking life.
Grab them by the pussy.
I have a new Holler listener called Ferrero. Ferrero just snapped in and says, "Let's do it." That's all it says. Let's do it. No explanation.
It's like, yep, I'm gonna hit that button, dude.
We just hit a couple crazies, one right after another. Y'all are fucking insane. I'm gonna go one more. This is Megan Michelle, and she's gonna give us a video, or an audio snap. Here we go.
I would absolutely take that bet, actually. Not to sound dramatic, but I mean it's a win-win either way, I think.
Well, dramatic is probably not right.
So dramatic.
So, I don't think it's overtly dramatic. I think it's millennial humor, and I think it's how we deal. It's how we deal sometimes with things. Sometimes life is hard, and you hate it, and that is okay. But
I tried this one pill, and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
I'm good with that. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that. I think this is a good point to move on to pretty much our favorite part of the show, and it goes a little something like this.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. My money long, my whip's clown. Yeah, I'm talking big shit.
JD, with the golden putter shooting the shots, you have been going first this evening. So how about you just carry that trend on to shots fired? What's your shot this week, man? Evan Williams.
Let me tell y'all about a little story. Let me tell y'all a little story about what happened to me a couple nights ago. Monogram, by the way, monogram wine glass. I went out to a bar to meet some friends after work, right? Here in COVID world, bars are different in West Virginia. They have not been shut down like Kentucky just did. They have not been quarantined like Florida has been doing. We're open. However, it's 50% capacity. You have to wear a mask while you're in the building. Anytime you're moving around, the only time you can take a mask off is if you have a beverage or food in front of you, which I think is a really good. I mean, I really do think that Jim Justice kind of got that kind of right.
Can follow the guidelines.
But in some aspects, what it's done is it showed the disrespect of people. And what it's actually done, here's the story as short as I can tell it. I was standing at the order area, which is blocked off by a big shield, and standing at the order area because I was buying my friend a drink because he just got off work and it was a long day of work for him, so I wanted to treat him to something good. He said, "I'll get a Jack and Coke." Okay, I'll get you a Jack and Coke. These two guys are standing behind me. These two motherfucking keg belly ass motherfuckers.
Keg bellies. Hashtag keg bellies.
one of which is wearing a mask. The other one, however, had a piece of T-shirt cloth draped over his face, and he was doing this Bernie movement. He was essentially making fun of the issue and the process and all that good stuff, which is what a lot of anti-maskers want to do. When the bartender ends up calling him out and saying, "Sir, do you have a mask?" And he goes, "No, ma'am, I just have this piece of cloth." She goes, "Sir, you need to have a mask that it can attach to your ears so that you can walk about the building freely. If you don't have a mask, I'm going to have to ask you to go outside and get one." So I turn around to the guy, and all I say is the one phrase, "Do you have a mask?" He instantly starts screaming at me, "I'm not fucking talking to you." I wanted to ask him if he was wearing a mask or if he had a mask because I was going to give him one. I have some, right?
But you didn't know he was an outlaw.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
I can't stand you, Brian.
That was great, dude. Thank you for that. Half parakeet and hot dog.
I can't stand either of you, actually.
See, here's the deal. My shots fired are to people that are looking so hard for the fight. They don't know what they'll do when they get it. It's a dog chasing cars, just like fucking Heath Ledger said.
Absolutely.
You don't know what I'm capable of, brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm capable of because you haven't seen me in action. You know what I mean? And this motherfucker here goes, "I'm not talking to you." Well, son, I was talking to you, and I was asking if you had a mask because I was going to give you one. But now that you are acting like that attitude, you need to take your motherfucking ass outside, and I can come with you if you want, and I'll lay you out. Because
It's funny how people turn this into a fight. People turn the mask thing into a fight. Cracks me up. JD, I got a shot for you. You ready?
Nope. Yep.
Have at it. Gracie, what is your shots fired this week?
So, do you remember that year that Apple decided they were going to put that whole U2 album on your phone? Well, I got U2'd this morning in my car because my phone automatically starts playing, and Moria goes, "What's this song?" I looked at my radio, said, "Oh, damn it. I got U2'd this morning." I think that's worse than being Rick-rolled. That's my shots fired. I'm still really mad that they put that whole album on my phone without asking me.
That's fantastic, Gracie. It's fantastic.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
New beer alert. Weather, ground, brewery,
beer,
cool,
shout it out.
lager.
Lee, we're gonna go to you next. Shots fired this week. What do you have?
Okay, so I've been drinking wine tonight, and this is one of my regular complaints. There is so much data. I'm a data person. I'm always gonna be a data person about screw top wines being better for wines that are supposed to be drank quickly, and especially for white wines. However, there's a stigma that you need to have a cork in a bottle for it to be a nice wine. And if it's a screw top, it's not nice. And I always go somewhere with a bottle of wine that ends up being a cork because it should be a screw. I mean, it should be a screw top, but it's not. And I get to that place that I'm going, and there's no wine opener. And I'm just like, what do I do?
You got to keep that MF thing on you, girl. You know what I'm saying?
You got to carry one in your bag.
You have to carry a sword and then top it off.
Screw all of the stigma that your wine is worth a cork. You wasteful cork trees are rare.
Yeah, no shit. That's true. That's true. She's right.
That your wine is worth a cork.
I do have a practical situation for why screw top wines can be kind of weird. I have a wine rack above my fridge, right? And when I set the wine in the wine rack, it tilts downward toward the cork, right? Toward the mouth of the bottle. If it's a screw top wine and it's not sealed properly and I put it on that rack, it will leak out and more air will end up getting in the bottle. It's weird. It's true, but it's weird.
Seal your wine bottle.
I'm now going to come back. I'm now going to come back around and reference a Holler meme, and I'm going to throw one in the corner for the screw top line and say, guess what? If you unscrew the cap, you have one of those water bottles that you buy, at Sheetz or a gas station that has like the sport top, the pop-up top on a water bottle. You can screw that onto the wine bottle, and now you can drink right out of the bottle. Boom. That's a Holler meme. Go check it out. We ship
Have we tested that myth, though? Has anybody tested that? I just need to know.
I'm fit. I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah, JD's going to do it right now. Holler posted it, therefore it is true. Lee, I'm going to fire you some shots. You can take a sip or take a shot, whatever you want to do. Here you go. In the meantime, JD's coming back.
This one actually has a cork. Never mind. Big deal.
I know.
Oh, a puppy.
Look at that dog.
Hey, Lee.
I'm gonna pet that dog.
Lee, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What did the baby computer call the father computer?
I don't know.
Data. Nothing. I've got nothing out there. Come on, somebody give me something.
Did Andy give you that joke?
I read dad jokes. Good dad jokes.
Yeah, Andy, if you're out there, that fit on your Snapchat. Okay. Anyways.
Don't send it to me, Andy. I've already heard it. It's still lame. Will be also lame coming from you.
Have we shots all of our fireds?
I have not went yet, so it is my turn.
It's Brian's turn.
The thing I want to fire shots about, let me tell you something that's really annoying. People who pretend like they know it all in every subject matter that you bring up. Not everyone knows everything about everything, and it's okay, and it's human, and it's normal, and it's natural. And as a matter of fact, you know what? It's sexy when you're honest about things. So honesty goes a long way. If you don't know something about what maybe your peer or your date or anyone is talking about, a really cool thing to say is, you're the expert on this. I have no idea. Teach me more. Instead of regurgitating maybe the last paragraph that you read of a similar article and trying to sound like you know what you're talking about, just admit you don't know it. It's fine. It's sexy. It's cool. You don't have to know everything about everything. Shots fired.
I have a tendency, and it's my fault, and I'm working on it, to do this one-upness. And I shouldn't do that. It's something I need to work on. But the reason that I feel like I do it is more like I'm trying to be empathetic, and it comes out as being more like I'm trying to one-up you. If I'm ever chilling with y'all and we do that kind of thing, I'm only doing it just to continue conversation. I never mean any form of ill will. I just want to let you know that. That's JD's confessions. These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said I like to take my chick on the side. All right.
All right, we're gonna scoot it. We're gonna scoot it right here. Here we go.
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
B-Ball, I think it's time for you to ask people out there another question. Millions.
Wait, we have a shots fired in the thing in the chat.
Oh yes, shots fired.
Let's pull it. We got a few things in the chat. I'll pull them up here. So we got Woolham out here, and he says shots fired. Fucking 40% of women on my feed posting pyramid scheme junk. Woolham, you're officially at that age. Congratulations. You've entered the female pyramid zone.
But Woolham, do you want to be a boss ass babe and join my thing that I'm selling? I'll be the top, and you just be right under me, and you'll make money, but I'll make more money, and it will just be good, and we can achieve all day long.
Not sold. Hey, here's one.
Hey, would you guys like to get your vacation paid for by your company, even though they're supposed to fucking do that anyway, especially if you work full-time all the time for 52 weeks a year? I'm just saying.
Guys, here's Woolham out there. Here's one way to look at this. Some females are on their periods while others are on their pyramid. Anyways, moving on. I know nothing again. I
wish you would stop speaking, Brian. Just stop.
I wish that also. I really wish that also. Michael Jett out there says he's drinking wine also, but not enough. Not enough for my.
That's not my real dad.
Michael has a.
He's my guy.
Yeah.
He's my guy.
Michael has a.
All right.
Michael has a mask on in his profile picture. Fucking Respectimus Prime. That's dope.
Fantastic.
Brandon also says if any Mary Kate reps out there want to buy MaryKateSkincare.com, I currently have it listed for $500. FY. That's for real. That's what Willem says. I'm going to repeat that one more time. If you are a Mary Kate rep and you want to buy the domain name MaryKateSkincare.com, ladies and gentlemen, hit up Brandon Willem on Facebook. He'll sell it to you for a cool $500.
Okay, did you see what he did? He just said he used our platform, the podcast, to fire a shot and then turn it into a business idea. Now that is entrepreneurship right there.
I do think that maybe if he posts that to the buy, sell, trade in Wayne County, he might have some interest.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Willem? I bet you'd heard that. You heard that. He's in the live stream chilling. What's up? What's up?
My aunt drives a pink car. She's interested. DM sent.
Now, I think, he said Mary Kay. Mary Kay, excuse me, is what he actually means. But that's amazing that you actually have that. You've parked that domain. Good job, dude. Very smart. Very, very smart. That is American entrepreneurship. That is real estate is what that is.
Not sure if we have reached his demo on this show, but nonetheless, great promotion right there.
I tell you what, Brandon Willem, great job.
Grab him by the pussy.
Grabbing him by the pussy, dude. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to move on to Holler Nation and blast through some of these right here, see what they have to say about $5 million of death. They're going to take a chance. Will they or won't they? We're going to kick this thing off with Nikki, Snapstar Nikki. She says no, but I do occasionally play the Powerball laugh out loud.
Yeah.
This next one comes from Sarah S. Webby. She says nope. Next one comes from Beth. She says, does my family get the money if I die? She's the second person to ask that question. Very interesting. Serge in the house. My dog Serge has made the entrance. He says there's someone on the porch. I don't know. So we'll see. Moving on. Brittany says, yes, laugh out loud. So I think we've got quite a few more yeses than what we figured.
Oh, I have not been tallying. My bad.
That's okay. I didn't expect this many yeses, as a matter of fact. Next one comes from Mike Anderson. He says, no way, but I've got an alternative answer. I died when Uncle Jesse left the Tanner family on Full House, so why not take the shot?
Oh,
What?
shit, dude.
I'm waiting for
it.
Every time, please.
No one said that yet or last week for Brian's poll.
This by your side at all times. Thank you so much for that, GD. This next one comes from Jason. He says, nope. Jason just has a brand new baby on the way. No way he's taking the chance. Courtney says 1,000,000%. She's taking that chance.
I love it. I love going from the extreme to the other, where people are talking like, this means this much to me, and then other people are like, fucking
This
take
one
me
comes
away.
from Wes.
What kind of fucking question is that? Of course I would. I mean, either A, I got $5 million, or B, I ain't miserable no more. Damn.
Womp womp.
Oh, Wesley.
And that's officially all of mine from Snap World. JD, you want to move on to what you have going on?
Yeah, I'd like to open up some Snap World stuff too. I only have a few answers here. It's not too much, but it's cool. This one is going to come from Franny Coffee Hunley.
Fran.
In the place to be. I hope the little one's doing great. I hope your husband's doing great. You're cool as fuck.
See you in October.
See you in October when we dance. When we fucking dance. Yeah. And this is Fran's answer. What's up, Fran?
I love my teal lamp over here. It was a gift from my Nana. She received it as a gift. It was thrifted and given to her. And then she gave it to me when I moved into my house. But I think that it's unique. It pulls focus. I get a lot of compliments on it. Also, some people hate it. That's okay. It's my cup of tea. It might not be others, but I love it. It's one of my most favorite things in my house.
Cool. Let me just be straight up honest with you. I've never noticed that lamp in her house.
She's her sister, and she's like,
I was
don't
gonna say,
know.
can you imagine walking in someone's house and being like, I hate your lamp. Fuck your lamp.
To be fair, I've only been to her house one time, but I didn't notice it was there. Sorry, Fran.
Lee, you were gonna say something. I'm sorry.
I've got to be like, girl, those haters are haters, because that is a beautiful lamp, and I love that lamp. It is so stylish. It's okay. Give it a couple years, and people are gonna be super envious of that lamp.
I agree.
I
agree.
also love lamp. I love lamp.
I love lamp. I love lamp.
I said what I said.
I've always liked the green top lamps because you combine that with the old style soft white color, and it creates this nice ambiance of like accountant working on good thing. I don't know. I've always liked that scheme, and I think green light is actually very welcoming and inviting, and I dig that shit. That's dope as fuck. Well done, Franny. Well done. This one's from Ethan, aka Wheat Thin.
That always cracks me up.
What you got to say, man? Show me some shit, dude.
Okay, so when I was about, I don't know, between 8 and 10, my grandfather gave me all this money.
Yeah.
And it's dated all the way back. Well, this one is 1906. Let's flip it over.
Flip it.
And they go from 1918.
Whoa, dude,
until
bro.
1943.
Dude.
And then also I got some money that says it's Roman and Greek. So like that one says 100 AD. Not really fact checked or anything. It's just given to me. But it's pretty cool.
That's really cool, man.
Here's some loose ones that I think are interesting.
Shit. Son of a bitch.
He's videoing this really well also, by the way.
Because my phone's about to die, so I'll start back here again. These are interesting.
He's got him behind glass, it looks like, I believe.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Like this one. It's kind of blurry.
Holy shit.
And then here's a pile of stuff that are...
Holy wow.
The mother load.
Dude, you might be...
I don't know how far back this stuff goes in my family.
Ooh, brother.
I know they were given to my papa.
I'm going to tell you what.
And so I have them now. And I hope to pass them down later.
Nooch.
And this is what they came in.
All right, yo, dude, I gotta fucking say something here real quick.
That's pretty cool.
You might own one of the fucking 50 pieces of silver that was given to Judas in exchange for knowing Jesus's fucking whereabouts. That's insane, dude. Bitch.
Boom shakalaka!
That was cool. I love.
Lee, I'm sorry, I have to ask Lee a question. Brian, shut the hell up.
Yeah, I will.
Lee, you are a money person. What do you think about that?
Okay, money person, antique person, like this is weird. It's so weird. Like people are talking about like money. Grandpas like to collect money. That's a thing. Coins, bills, all the things. Seeing that collection, I mean, I have been in, I genuinely can't even like fathom sentences with how incredible that collection is. So my dad's really big into old money, specifically, like, I mean, I'm from Georgia, Confederate money. Sorry, it's a thing. But
CSA money was real.
But like to see like his grandpa like date out all of that, that's an incredible collection. And I mean, it's probably worth a good amount. I would say don't ever sell it though, because like that's amazing just to see his handwriting on it, because that's money collection. It's just like stamps, it's not as in as it was, unfortunately, but one day it'll be in again. And that is so special. So special.
if you haven't been following the markets, ladies and gentlemen, gold is going up and silver is going down. And there are many other things going on market-wise. But the truth is, those pieces of 8 that you have right there, man, some of them could have been touched by Mark Antony, the man who orchestrated the fucking rebellion against Caesar. Like, some of that shit could have been touched by,
Hey, Mary J-Lo.
you know, or they could be ass pennies. Somebody could have shoved 100 of those things up their ass and then shat them out, and now there's a bunch of ass pennies in the world. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm talking about.
Bruce Willis' dad in Pulp Fiction. He hit a watch that way. That's what Pulp Fiction. Who needs a daddy when you can get a granddaddy? Am I right?
Country roads.
Hey, go. It's me, Mario. Okie dokie. Mamma mia. Here we go. Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that right over here in this little corner, there's a little thing. It says camo on it. And
that's pretty awesome. It's right by, it's underneath you.
Yeah, it's really cool. They make CBD products. Now, CBD, I want to talk about CBD for a second, if you guys don't mind. Everybody come here. Everybody come join me. Hi. My name is JD Short. From College Board. CBD is also known as cannabidiol, I believe, is the way you pronounce the word. If I didn't get the word right, zuck it. It is a wonderful product derived from hemp, which is what George Washington grew at his farm in Mount Vernon in the birth of our nation. Hemp is a product that has been used forever. It was used in the anointing oil that Jesus was anointed with. Hemp is this wonderful thing that can help you relax and or help you have energy. It can help you with anything. We're talking arthritis, inflammation. We're talking mood balancing, stabilization. We're talking all of these things are provided for you by this wonderful product and this wonderful plant that we now have the ability to harness and take care of. And one of the best companies is called Camo, and they're based out of here in West Virginia, which is honestly, this state itself, this western part of Virginia, is where this nation was really born, if you know what I'm saying. And these people create a product that not only will give you energy if it needs to, but it can also help you settle down. There are topicals coming, which you'll be able to put on your joints when you have joint pain, and they will literally help you get better. They will help you get better, and that's the point of Camo and the Camo Company. They're wonderful people. If you go to camocbd.com and you type in JODI, that's Jody, at checkout, you're gonna get free shipping. You'll be able to get this damn shit at cost. You pay your taxes, duh, because you got to, what Caesar's is rendered unto Caesar. But you use code Jody, get free shipping on your Camo CBD order at camocbd.com. Kick ass with your friends, people. I'm done.
JD, let's move it on. You ready?
Yep.
Link up at officialholler.com.
Hey, man, I've got a few more answers to blast through on Facebook, so it's Facebook's turn. I'm going to read. If you post it on my Facebook question, here we go. 20 answers to read, just like this. Let's start this thing off with LaCanda. She says, it's according to what my mental state is at the time. If I'm happy and thriving, why risk it for that money? Money helps, but it isn't a cure-all. At this point in my life, I wouldn't. I'm actually excited for the future. I'd rather be poor and happy than miserable and rich. Chase says, absolutely. I would do this because I'm turning the question on you. What do I have to lose? The common answers will say my partner, my children, etc. But I'm dead, so I don't know. I mean, they'll be losing for sure. But as far as I'm concerned, either we're all about to win, or people besides me are going to lose.
That is the straight up ultimate Chase Rutherford fucking answer, ladies and gentlemen.
That is my gym partner. I love this guy.
Check him out on Twitter. Check him out on Twitter. He goes by the name Posted Alone.
Yeah, he is a meme. He's a meme generator. This next one is Megan. She says, "I would say at this point, yes, I would. I'm a gambler to some degree, so why not? I'm going for luck here." Well, 50% chance you're lucky. It says, yes, I'd rather die or get enough money to pay off my student loans and live life. It's a win-win. Now, that's the most 2020 answer right there. We are willing to risk 50% death to pay off our student loans. Holy shit. Brittany says, yes, that gives me a 100% chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? Sophie says, no, I'm too scared of those odds, not when it's my life that I'm risking. Matt from Real Dumb, Matt says, yes, either way, many of my problems are solved. That's also a classic Matt answer. And Matt, by the way, from Real Dumb Debates, another local group that you guys should check out on Facebook, Real Dumb, look them up. And that's spelled REEL. Gabe with the next one. Gabe says 100% yes. Nothing specified in there about what kind of shot. What kind of shot we taking? Basketball, gun, whiskey, tequila? Don't matter. Cash me out. Whatever the shot is, I'm not missing.
He went literal with it. He said,
me on my word in. He got me.
Okay.
Melinda says, no way. I've got a child to raise. Plus, my life is worth more than $5 million. Again, I should have raised the money. Damn it. Kara says, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Box, but a question dealing with morality too would be, you take a 50-50 shot at 5 million, or someone you may or may not know dies. Which would you do?
Ooh, that's a totally different moral quandary right there.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Someone came in and responded to Kara and said, still no. And Kara says, mine would also say no. These little mini debates are happening during our debate. It's fantastic. Marty, here's another West Virginia kickballer for you. He says, sure, why not? It'll make a good TV show no matter the outcome.
Well, he's
not
monetizing.
wrong.
So even if he doesn't win, he's made a TV show, and now his family will still be taken care of. That's smart.
I like the reality TV. Franny Coffee Bean Hunley says, nah, not feeling it. Kayla Bell says, meh, why not? 2020 is going to take me out anyways. Matthew says, hell no. Hell no, 50-50 ain't good odds at all. Jared Nance says, no, 5 million isn't enough to be set for life. And that's all of my Facebook answers. Thank you so much, Holler Nation. You guys were fun to deal with tonight. Fantastic as always.
We're going to scoot over to my shit and finish that off. Then we're going to play a small game, and then we're going to get the fuck off the internet.
Why do we always play games?
Again, I asked everybody, what's your favorite antique or family heirloom? Either you were given or you're going to give, or something you found. It doesn't matter. What's something that you own now that has some sort of significance to you? Ooh.
JD, run.
They're after me, JD. It's okay.
Okay. Maggie says, ooh, I don't know if it's antique or an heirloom, but I was gifted my grandmother's Christmas tree angel last Christmas, and I cried so hard. She said, there's not much left of my grandmother in this world, and I'm so excited to have it. And she puts a little blue heart on there. So I'm assuming that her grandmother's favorite color is blue. Clementine of Mother Tongue, Susan in the place to be. She says, I just got here and there's a doggy.
Grace Eber, get that dog in the frame.
Yeah, you're okay.
There we go. Everybody's happy now. We've got dog people, cat people. You're all happy on this show. We got
that pretty dog. Jeez, that coat is gorgeous. Oh, where's your cat at? Can you call your cat over?
I mean, there's another one, and he's doing a very lounge-esque.
Being a cat.
See it. He looks like a big woolen sock. Not your dog, Gracie, the cat.
What? The fuzzy cat?
And Megan says, my mom and dad's grandfather clock is my favorite deal. That's cool. I love. Isn't the correct me if I'm wrong, Lee. Isn't the concept of a grandfather clock is meant to be passed down? That's why they call it that, or did they call it a grandfather clock for another reason?
So, I don't know that they're necessarily a family heirloom type thing. It's more of reliability based, but
okay.
I do think clocks are very cool, unless you have certain decades of clocks, and then they're not cool. But there are lots of decades that are cool.
Yeah, agreed. I have a Bulgara, I think, clock that was a gift from family that I have that I'm now like, it's very good quality, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep that probably forever, and I'm gonna pass that down if I have.
I really thought Lee was going to run with that question and say there are a lot of decades that are cool. Speaking of decades, the 90s and early 2000s, how about the local down on 14th Street West? Come check us out. When you enter the store, hook a right.
I'm not super clock knowledgeable, and that's okay. If there were areas of things I wish I was better at, clocks would be probably number one.
Okay,
I think clocks are cool, but I just don't know that much about clocks.
Do you have any in stock right now?
I do.
So if you are, ladies and gentlemen, are looking for a nice clock, I know the place to go. Gotcha. Just listen to the other part of the podcast, and we'll tell you all about it.
I'll tell you where to go.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Just make sure when you get there, you take a right. I'm just saying.
Just look right when we get to the store.
Take a right real quick. This one, I got 2 more answers, and then we're gonna play a game, and then we're gonna leave. Justin says this 22 Winchester rifle. I'm the 4th generation to have it. That is dope. Fantastic. I fired it. As a matter of fact, the first rifle I ever fired was a 22 Winchester. They are one of the most reliable guns that you can fire. And 22s are very easy to clean. If you're ever getting into gun shooting or anything like that, or hunting, that's the one to start with because the kickback's not heavy. It doesn't hurt you. If you want to learn how to exercise your Second Amendment right to utilize a gun properly, start with the 22 Winchester rifle. Justin, in the place to be. Thank you very much for your answer. This is the last one, and this comes from our good friend who she's been on the show a couple times. We've had her name up there. She's on it. She's a part of the group. She's fantastic. Her name is Candy. She says, the ring that I'm wearing belonged to my dad, who passed away when I was 16. It means a lot to me, and I always have something special that connects us. So we're going to show you a photograph of that ring and her pretty face, and she's also holding a little ducky. See that ring?
Oh my gosh, please never lose that ring. I could not imagine. Holy shit.
Don't.
That's beautiful. I don't want to. I wish I knew what was in the. Damn, what was it? What gem was that? Are you in the chat? Are you in the chat right now with Candace or Ethan? If you're in the chat,
Ethan's here. Candy, are you there?
Candy, are you there? What gem is in there? Tell me about the gem, if you can. Tell me about the gem.
Yeah, she'll tell you.
Cool. I'm sure she will. That's beautiful. What a wonderful thing. I'm so proud.
Ethan says emerald.
It's an emerald. Wow.
Ooh.
Glorious. Okay, we're going to play a game. Brian, can you scoot boots one more time for me real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. And by the way, you surprised me with this game. I have no idea what game we're about to play. I'm pretty excited for it.
Listen to all of our past episodes at officialholler.com.
This is one that we've played on this game before plenty of times, but every time I introduce it to people, they fucking flip shit. So I think it's going to become the official sponsored game of this show. Speaking of sponsors, camocbd.com. Go there and use the checkout code JODI, JODI, and you will get free shipping on your order of some of the best hemp-derived CBD products that West Virginia creates in your own backyard, people. You know what I'm saying?
This game, let's go. What's up?
This game is called 2468 Give, Take, Masturbate. And y'all better have a beverage in front of you. I got one right here. Can I confirm on screen that we have that we have bevs? I got bevs.
I'm gonna crack a new one.
Okay.
Is this enough? I don't know. This is the end of the bottle.
Okay, we're going to play for sips, and we're only going to play a half round because the rest of the round, you guys are just going to have to tune in later. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm feeling? You feel me? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with Brian, then we're going to go to me, then we're going to go to Gracie, then we're going to end with Lee, and we're going to go around, and I'm going to draw a card. And with each card that I draw, I'm going to ask you a question, and you have to answer that question. If you get that question right, okay, you get to give away a certain amount of drinks. If you get it wrong, you get one more. sound effect, Brian, please?
Okay.
The same. Okay, whatever. If you get it wrong, you have to take those amount of drinks. Okay. We're just going to do 4 quick passes, and we're going to start with Brian. Brian, first card. Here we go. Is this card going to be red or black?
Black.
It is.
That's the biggest card in the world. I like how you say nothing about the enormous size cards.
So give away 2 drinks. To either anybody here, you can give both to somebody. You can give 1 to each 2 people, whatever you want to do.
Well, yeah, I know. And you know what? I am a gentleman, and as a gentleman, ladies, 1 drink apiece. You guys get to go.
Cheers, Gracie.
Cheers.
All right, I'm going next. I have not seen this card. I do not look at them, by the way. I don't game this fucking system. I like to party too, so fucking deal with it. Do I think this is red or black? I'm going to say red. Oh, it's a red Joker.
You got Heath Ledger.
You don't get to count?
The Joker counts because it's red as well. There's a red and a black Joker, so it works.
Oh my God, we hate it. The audience hates it. Got to remove the Joker.
Brian, I'm going to give you and me the drinks now.
That's fine. Like a real fucking Joker. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers.
We got-
A little chunky. Okay, Gracie.
What?
Red or black?
Red.
This card is black. You're taking 2 drinks. I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry you fucked up.
I'm not sorry, Gracie.
Holler.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Lee.
Oh, red.
I didn't ask you a question. I was just saying your name. What's up? How you doing? What the fuck, dude? Dick. All right. She said red. Say red. You want it? Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Oh!
Too bad. So sad. Take 2 drinks. All right. Time for the next round. This is for 4 drinks, ladies and gentlemen. 4, by the way. Maximum Monday. Hashtag Maximum Monday style. 4 in the place to be. 4 drinks. You're giving or taking. I need to know. I need to know something. I'm working on something. Hang on.
I'm thirsty. Pull out one of those giant cards. I'm ready.
I'm working on it. All right.
We know you're thirsty, Brian.
All right. This was your last card, correct? Is this the last card you got?
It was black. It was definitely black.
It was definitely this one because I have them situated. Brian, do you think the next card I'm about to pull is going to be higher or lower than this in value?
Lower, please.
Well, you got it right, brother. Give away 4 drinks.
4 drinks. 2 to me, 2 to Gracie.
He only does this because I always make him drink.
Exactly.
I need an audience consensus here. Are Jokers wild or not tonight?
You already said they're red and black, so they can't be wild now.
Okay, so if they're not wild, what I mean by the question is, are they worth more than an ace or less than an ace?
We're gonna go high, low. Let's go lower.
Okay, so we want a Joker to have a 0 value, whereas an ace is a 1 value, right?
Yes.
Is that cool with everybody else in the place to be?
Mango chutney.
Sure.
Okay. This was my last card. It was a Joker. It's worth 0. So that means I know that the next card I'm going to draw is going to be more. So I'm going higher, and I'm about to give you all 4 drinks, and I'm correct. It's 1.
It's been
1 higher.
Oh, shit. You pulled that one. Son of a bitch.
I didn't mean to. It just happened. It's the luck of the draw.
It sounds fixed. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds totally fixed.
Everybody sounds fixed.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 drink for everybody on the screen, please. Thank you.
1 drink, no carbs.
Nice. Gracie.
What?
I believe this was your card.
Oh, God, of course. I had mango chutney once, and it was really gross, Susan.
You fucking
really
answer the question?
I'm gonna go higher.
You got it, Gracie.
You got it.
Yes. Brian, you get all four, motherfucker.
Son of a bitch.
That's what you get.
Motherfucking bitch, you little bitch.
Brian, to everyone I've heard this year, including you probably deserve it. Take your dreams, you dick.
You're probably right. I'll take it.
Take a chance on the internet.
Okay. All right, Lee. We only got a couple more rounds. It's all good. We're about to get off the internet. It's cool, everybody. Just chill. This was your last card, I believe, because you're a
I'm
queen.
going to go lower.
You're going to go lower.
Yeah.
How about the king?
That means the king's the only thing, right? Because we're considering aces 1 point.
Right.
Okay. You got it.
Yay! Okay, splitting it with the two gentlemen on the screen.
Give me a clink, dude. There we go. Well done. That's 2 tricks. Okay.
Well, there's one hand down. Let's go.
Brian, these are your 2 cards.
I like it.
Is the next card, and this is for six drinks, by the way, is the next card going to be in between or outside of these 2 cards?
It's going to be in between.
And then I'm going to put a bullet right between your fucking eyes.
So it's going to be
Joe's
between 5 and 10. Okay. Between 5 and 10. Oh, God. Can we see it?
It's 4. It's a 4.
4 and
Please say
Jack.
I'm-
It's going to be between 5 and 10 is what he wants. And he gets
okay.
3.
This fixed ass game with these giant dinosaur cards, man.
Yes. Yes.
Take 6 drinks, motherfucker. Take it.
My name's Idiot. I have giant man cards.
Yes. So happy.
I'm an Indian outlaw. Fantastic.
All right. Did you take your 6 drinks?
Yeah, I sure did.
All right. I guess we'll have to go back and watch the game footage to make sure he was.
I really did. I really did.
All right. All right. And remember what you guys said. It was up to you.
Jenny's cheating.
It was up to you. It was up to you.
For you have stacked the cards in your favor.
Jenny isn't just a magician. He's a giant magician.
It was a wonderful thing. I was hanging out with Rob Coleman from this band right here the other day. And I showed him these cards, and we played around in this game. And he says it, and it's on Twitter. If you want to look it up, you can see it. He said, dude, things that are the wrong size are just so fun.
He's not wrong about that.
He's not fucking wrong. All right, so
I love Rob.
obviously, here's
He's so
the deal.
funny.
Obviously, it has to be more than this, right? It has to be higher. However, if I draw a card and it is either a joker or an ace, I get it wrong, and I have to take the 6
Yeah.
drinks. I'm just.
I hope it happens. Holler,
Here we
God,
go.
please.
I'm going outside, not in between, which means it's going to be something other than a joker and ace. Here we go.
Oh God, please strike JD down. Damn it.
Damn it.
Everybody other than me, take 2 drinks. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, Gracie. It's kind of easy.
I'm going to go outside.
She's got a 5 and an 8, so she's going to go outside. And the answer is a 4. That means you win. Give away 6 drinks, please.
You and Brian can each take 3.
Gracie, come on.
Thanks,
Why you
Gracie.
What is this?
Hey, you remember all those times you guys have been mean to me? Well, this is payback, bitches.
Every episode? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Lee, you've got a big spread here. Honestly, what do you think? Now, again, you're a quantifying kind of person. What are your odds here? What are your odds?
I'm gonna go between.
So between 7 and Jack, which is only 5 cards.
Betwixt.
Okay.
We're gonna go between.
Sorry.
Oh, man, I tried to save your life just now.
So this is the
Lee, I'm so
tertiary.
sorry.
We have-
Lee,
we
I'm
have-
so
we have-
sorry that happened. That should not have happened to you. You're a good person, and JD, I'm sorry that he did that to you.
This is the tertiary option. This is the part that we forget about. There is a tertiary. There's primary, secondary. You're either right or you're wrong. But also, you can be right and wrong-ish at the same time. It's quantum. You feel me? You were neither
You might as well just finish your
outside or
cup, Lee.
inside. You were the same as one of your cards. Therefore, you have to drink 6 drinks. Sorry.
So I was right.
Sorry. That's how it goes. You were wrong. So that your answer was wrong. Therefore, you do the thing. All right.
I sleep well tonight, courtesy of Holler.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last one. The final round of this current game of 2468 Give Take Masturbate is brought to you by Camo CBD. Revive yourself with mango orange. It tastes so good. Honestly, you know what it tastes like to me? I'm just going to say, like liquid Flintstone vitamins, but like not too crazy on your mouth. Like it's like I've taken energy shots that hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get
like-
rid of those chemical bullshit. You want to take these? These are delicious. Seriously.
They're fucking delicious, and they work so well. They work so well, and by work I mean they make your body holler. Is what they do. Okay, here we go. Last round, Brian. You are.
Should I get another bottle? Is that what's happening?
Yes,
there?
you should, Lee. Yes, you absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
what
Brian.
question?
She's getting another bottle, and while she does that, I'm going to explain this part. This is the last round of this, and this is how it goes, Brian. This is for 8 drinks. Son of a bitch. You have to guess the suit. There's only 4 suits.
Yeah.
However, there are only so many cards. So you have to guess the suit. If you get the suit correct, you're giving away 8 drinks. If you get the suit wrong, you're either taking 8 drinks or you're chugging the rest of your drink. You're fucking beerchugging.com chugging one.
And I've got a full drink, basically, so fuck it.
What do you want to do? You want to just take
Sounds
8,
like
or
I'm
do you want
chugging.
It sounds like you might be chugging. So we need to know what suit you're going to be.
I'm going to go.
Before you answer, I was going to say your stipulation can be you can split the 8 drinks amongst the rest of the crowd or yourself, or you can tell one specific person to finish their shit.
Yeah, that's if I get it. That's if I get it right. I'm prepared to chug. I'm gonna get this wrong. We've been talking numbers this show. Lee led the way on that. The numbers are against me on this. By the way, JD, those cards. So let's explain this to people in Spotify world that are listening. A few days from now. JD is holding giant dinosaur-sized cards. They're as big as he is. They are enormous playing cards. They're hilarious, actually. They're so large that on this live Facebook show, he's getting them close to the camera, and the camera is focusing on the cards instead of him. So JD goes black in the background, and the cards light up. That's how large these cards are. Human-sized cards.
These cards are so large, they're in charge of your barge. All right.
JD, draw me a giant club, please.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes. The Subway Club.
Right. You now, since you got it correct, you can either split your 8 drinks amongst the crowd here, including yourself, or you can tell one of us to fucking chug one. You're chugging that.
I like it. JD, chug one.
Oh, god damn it.
Yes.
You
All
son
right.
of a bitch.
All right, hang on. That was a prelim chug. I'm doing a real one.
All right, I got
I'm gonna do
you.
a real one.
Oh, he gonna crack one. He can crack one live.
You have the most random beers.
Clementine says she manifested that for me. Thank you, Clem. Thank you so much. JD will chug in your honor. Strength and honor.
Okay.
Strength and honor, Maximus.
Glory fucking.
Shadows and dust. Shadows and dust.
Lashes to ashes and lust to dust, baby. You know what I'm saying? All right.
JD, I got a little theme music for you as you go. So when you chug, you'll get some music.
Hang
You
on.
get a sound.
All right, hang on. I'm not ready yet. I'm about to be. I do want to do a shout to some very fun friends of mine, Nick and Matt from beerchugging.com.
Cool.
You can go chill with them on the internet. It's a fun time. But this joke's going out to Camo, baby. This joke going out to Camo, baby.
And
bonus time. It's the Facebook bonus time. Bonus time. It's the Facebook bonus time.
well done, man. Well done.
It's Facebook bonus time.
It's the bonus time.
It's Facebook bonus time.
And JD vomits on our dinosaur cards.
throw me, Brian, since it's Facebook bonus time, you throw me 3 rando Facebook live stream quotes. Just throw them on the screen and we'll shout them. Do it.
Yeah, here's one.
This one says, Ethan says, yeet. Next. Number 2, go. Number 2, let's go. Oh, okay.
Fucking follow the guidelines.
Brittany says, start with the governor. God damn it. And then Clementine, a.k.a. Susan, says, I bought it for a charcuterie board I made.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought it said Chattahoochee.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie.
It gets
That's
hotter
my
than
Chattahoochee board.
Was it supposed to be charcuterie?
No, I think she's clever enough that we know what's going on. All right.
I know a Chattahoochee board when I see one.
My turn, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta pick one. This is gonna suck because jokers don't have. Oh, this is weird. Okay, here we go. This is my hand right now. I'm gonna pick a spade. I'm gonna go with spades. I'm gonna go with shoves. Oh, damn it! Fuck.
Yeah. JD's getting burnt on this show.
All right.
Sorry, pal.
Okay.
He really is taking down an enormous amount of alcohol in a very short time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Holler, the podcast that shouts you out, powered by Camo CBD. JD right now is powered by Evan Williams.
Evan Williams, a little .7 with my Evan.
Guys that are local in the Tri-State area, head down to 14th Street West. Find Lee's little corner. Lee, what's the address for that?
610 14th Street West.
Go into the building, hook a right. JD, take a shot.
Brian, what'd you say about hookers?
Shut up, bitch.
All right, here we go. Oh, God damn it. Yep. Oh, shit. Okay. Whew, okay. All right. I'm here.
He's gonna barf.
I'm here, y'all. It's all good.
You picked the game.
I did.
He picks the worst games. I'm gonna pick a diamond.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow.
I have so much power right now. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Gracie, you now have the ability to tell somebody to finish a drink or to split 8 drinks amongst a bunch of people.
Oh, God bless it. I'll just be nice and we can just each drink 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because, JD, I'm really concerned about you hurling.
Don't be. Everything's fine. I'm safe at home. Self-quarantining COVID-19. Let me go grab this.
Your hurl reflex safe at home.
Titty sprinkles.
It's been Mountain Dew.
Where's JD run to right now, Gracie? What do you say? He's going to get more alcohol?
He's going to barf.
Oh, he's going to be
straight barf everywhere.
I had to go get a German. Another beer.
For God's sakes, JD, end us. End the podcast.
JD. All these different things in your belly. Straight up bomb. Just protect me when you do. I'll be good.
Everything will be fine.
Susan admits that she does not know how to spell Chattahoochee board.
She doesn't know how to spell it, you dick.
My girlfriend got me for my birthday. She got me a Chattahoochee board, and I put some meat on it and a little bit of bacon, and it was pretty cool, man. I'm telling you what.
Well, way down under Mountain Day.
I'm telling you what, it went really good with some
Mountain Day.
All right.
My favorite family heirlooms is the Chattahoochee board my grandma gave me. About made me sick.
Ew.
What the fuck is wrong with us? Okay.
I would really like to see a heart.
Oh, wow. That's 3 for 4. 3 for 4 on the show. Holy shit. Wow.
Fantastic.
Dinosaur
So
cards.
guess what? Since you're a winner, since you're a freaking winner, hang on. Okay, cool. Since you're a winner, pick what you want to do. You want to tell somebody to finish their beverage? I kind of want you to, but because I'd have to do one. I'm just saying.
So how many individual drinks is it? It's how many individual is it?
8 total drinks. You can split it all amongst if you want. You can also give so many to one and then give some to the other. It's up to you.
Mountain Day.
Okay.
Lee, just go with your gut instinct. Don't even think about it.
Grab him by the
Susan, are you a local caterer?
We're
Don't
okay.
even look at the screen. Just go with your gut.
My girl Jamie, I thought you were gonna have my back throughout this, and you didn't.
Oh.
So 2 drinks for you.
Okay, for Gracie, 2 drinks. Chug it up.
And
That's just and Rambo. The rest are yours.
That's fair. That's fair.
6 drinks for Brian, all the way live. Okay, here's the
I was hoping I could make it out without any.
Here's the deal. I have one last caveat before we leave the building.
We're never leaving.
Brian and I had shitty cards. Okay, we don't have a poker hand at all. However, Gracie, you and Lee, this right there it is. Lee, you and Gracie both have a pair in your hand. I'm going to throw one community card down. This is going to be a flop. Okay. Here's what's up, and you're going to love this part. Whoever wins the poker hand with this as their 5th card, because right now here's the deal. I'll show it to you right now. Gracie, you got a pair of 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna
And
kill me.
Lee, you have a pair of 6s. So, whoever has the best hand, including this 5th card, that is, if it's a 6, that's 3 6s. That's trip 6 all day. If it's a 5, that's trip 5s. It's all day. If it's another one of the cards, so you both have 8s. I just want to say this is Lee again, right? 6.
We just draw the damn card.
If
Draw the
it's
card.
if it's Brit- if it's written,
It's Brittany, bitch.
it's Brittany, bitch.
And now, if the card I draw is an 8, that means you both have 2 pair, but somebody wins. Okay? Are we ready for this?
Yeah.
The final card.
You were ready 15 minutes ago, Dizzle.
That's how we take care of ISIS right there, buddy.
Lee wins with a pair of 6.
Oh.
Gracie.
That was all sample.
Let's get it out.
So do I give out more drinks? Do I just win?
What
happens here?
Here's
Go to
the
bed
deal.
so happy you're a winner.
Number one, you win. You win. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Canup wins 2468. You can check out the local Vintage Revival Boutique. It's on 14th Street West in Old Central City. They specialize in clothing, accessories, and newly introduced home goods. You can also hit them up on Insta Grizzle at the local _WV. That's THELOCAL _WV. They also have a website that we just got. It's thelocalvintagerevival.com, and it's going to kick ass, and you're going to love it. And also, there's a secret Facebook group. It's called the Local Interiors. Search for it. Add yourself to it. They will approve you Let's get your house looking cool. Let's get you buying cool shit. Let's get you out there fucking chilling with your friends.
Do you have any cool lanterns?
I don't have any lanterns right now.
Okay. I just want to let everybody know.
If I get a lantern, I'll tag you in it.
All right. I want
Guys,
to let
when you
everybody
make it into the building, make sure you hook a right.
Make sure you hook it right. And also, I want to let everybody know. I want to let everybody know again, and you can back this up. Give me more details when you do, but I'm going to set this out there, Lee. Every purchase in the month of August at the local is going to cast a vote for where the net proceeds will go as far as a nonprofit organization. They're going to donate the money that they make from your purchase to a local community outreach situation that is going to directly affect our community. It's a wonderful cause. Can you give us just a tiny bit more info about that, Lee, if you can?
Yep. So all net proceeds for the entire month, and I'm just gonna throw some numbers out there just so people understand numbers. We have not been open an entire month yet, so it's a little vague of what it would look like. Basing it off of last month, which was only 3 weeks and not 4 weeks, it was going to be a net $230.
That is it's still a substantial amount of money to be donated to a local charity, in my opinion.
And then through my work, I actually get a match. So we're looking at
half a G, baby, a half a bill, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Holy
so
shit.
if there is a nonprofit that you are passionate about, a lot of my followers we've had a couple like giveaways where people submitted stuff and like it was about like making your voice known. If you shop in my store, please, if there's an organization, it doesn't have to be local, it can be national, but if you're passionate about it, submit it. It will be drawn at random. I didn't want to do it for myself because I wanted everyone to have their bit to it. So it's gonna be good money to somebody.
Lee, the great news is Ethan out there in Facebook Live world says you win a Chattahoochee board.
Yeah.
For participating.
Just make sure you put your bacon on it and a little bit of your Mountain Dew and some of your chow chow.
Hey, you got any of them Chattahoochee boards at your vintage shop? I made it right.
Hey, you think you can take this pepperoni roll and slice it into little wheels for me and then put a couple pieces of wood next to it?
It'll make you sick.
Mountain Dew.
Lee, thank you so much. Lee, again, the owner of the local Vintage Revival Boutique, the local _WV on Instagram, the localvintagerevival.com on the internet. Coming soon. Little Search Take-In says hi.
He's in the house. What's up?
Every purchase in the month of August, cast a vote for where your net proceeds go. We're talking, you're directly affecting people's lives with your purchases. This is a beautiful thing. Welcome to the real 2020, not the bullshit kind that we've been dealing with for months. The kind where we're all actually working together to create a wonderful and beautiful future for ourselves and for our families and our children. I am so this. God damn it. Geez. Thank you so much, Lee, for coming on our stupid, dumb podcast and drinking a bunch of wine with us.
The only thing stupid and dumb about this is YouTube.
Gracie, shut up.
No.
Thank you also, Gracie, so much for dealing with our shit. Also, can we get Brian, go ahead. Can you do a reveal for us?
What do you want me to reveal right now?
I think we know what I'm talking about here.
I'm an outlaw.
Do we know who's been chilling in your audience for the past hour and a half?
It's growing, dude. It's growing as we speak. That's what Serge is screaming about.
Can we talk to him?
Sure. We've got Chase and Face in the house. We've got Mr. Andy Nip, aka Jonathan. Here's the surprise. This is the quietest one of all. You ready for this? The absolute voice of the show.
Listen to all of our past episodes.
That guy right there is in the house, Brandon Woolham.
Can we get them to come? Can we get them to get in front of the fucking bourbon?
Willem,
please?
come over here. Yeah, Chase, everybody come over. They want to see.
Yeah.
I now give it up to the audience. I'm out. I'm out of this picture. Fuck it.
Yay, my friend.
Gentlemen, please. Yes. Brandon Woolham, the voice.
Brandon, wait, what do you think about my webcam?
Chasing to face the meme lord.
I love y'all.
I love you,
That's when you were here, and I could come up and harass you personally.
I'm on my way to Brian's. I'm shutting my laptop. Bye, guys.
Chase, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
I'm sorry.
And ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan, the rapper. What
That's
up?
my bestie.
Hello, friend.
What up, dude?
I don't have anything funny to say like Chase does because I'm a boring person.
Ladies and gentlemen, you were in for a treat tonight and you didn't even know it. And that's what Holler does for you. Holler is powered. Holler is powered by Camo CBD. It is grown here. It is created here in West Virginia. Support your local causes, no matter what they are, because no causes will matter until all causes matter. You feel me? All of us are real. All of us are there. We are here for you as long as you're here for us. Let's do
Lee,
this.
thank you so much for being on the show. You were a fantastic guest. I can't wait to visit your vintage booth and also look for men's rock vintage T-shirts. I will buy those. I will walk into your store. I will hook a right, and I will buy those rock T-shirts. JD's got the money out right now. See, it's that easy. Guys, on Instagram, at @thelocal_WV. Visit Lee's little boutique, her little piece of heaven. It's cool. Everything's cool. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think we're going to blast you on the soundboard from here. It's been real. It's Holler.
Brian, let's go, baby. Let's go, doggy. Let's go. Here I go. Oh.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mountain Dew.
Why the fuck you lying? It's been.
Grab him by the pussy.
Yeah.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Rachel! 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 Rachel!
Take a chance on the internet.
Mountain Dew.
That's it. That's
I'm
done.
out.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
out.
Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. Officialholler.com, camocbd.com. Use the code Jody, Jodi, to get free shipping on your order. We're talking save money that you were going to spend anyway. Keep it. Just keep it. Just keep it.
See you later, Holler Nation. Thank you so much for sticking around. You guys have been fantastic. Lee, thank you so much. You're a wonderful guest. Come back sometime. Will you please? Thank you. See you guys later.